What's going on, y'all? This is Nelly, CEO of Hot 10 Music Group, and I'm here with Life for A.G.I.E. Get it. So other people making music on campus really inspired me to create Hot 10 Music Group because I was really listening to them and not just reposting them and letting it go. I was really listening to these people making music on campus. So I'm like, and at the time I was too. So I just wanted to create like a mixtape of everybody on it, so we can just have something that's like a piece of music at A&T because I didn't feel like we had one. Growing up, I was always just doing stuff. Like I always played basketball, football, baseball. Um, I used to like to just build things. Like I used to play with Legos a lot. Had a lot of friends. Karate. So I just did a whole lot of different stuff. I just tried a whole bunch of stuff. I tried being a barber. So I just say this to say music was just something else that I tried. And I kind of tried it later in high school. So when I was a senior in high school, I went to the studio for fun, made music, and I just started getting better at it. I just liked the process of making music and being a creative, putting on dropping EPs, dropping singles, getting cover art made. That's what I really liked. So that's what really got me started into music. Now when I figured out that this is gonna be my pathway into my career, that was when I started the Hot 10 because I was really just an artist. I knew I was pretty good at making music, but I knew I was better at this side of music, really starting a brand, really starting a new wave. So that's when I really realized that. And the journey was crazy. The journey started off with a couple meetings with me, Malik, and Biddy. We sat for hours just thinking it out, cause at first I told you we wanted to just do a mixtape. So when we were sitting down just thinking about it, we figured out that it could be way more than just a mixtape. We figured out that we could do other things for these artists, give them photo shoots, get them video shoots, get them studio time. That was the initial thought of it. So as time went on, we just kept doing things. Okay, babe, we gonna do a showcase today. We're gonna do a photo shoot this day. Let's do a media day this day. Let's make an Instagram page this day. So it was just kind of a whole bunch of things that just related to on campus and music. And then people started knowing us for that. And then that just kind of took its own path into other opportunities, other connections, and that just kind of helped form where we at now. The challenges that I faced personally had to do with me making my own music at the same time, because how I see it in the industry, if you want to be, you have to pick your pathway. You have to either want to be an executive on the business side, or you either have to be an artist on the artistic side. So for me, I was trying to do both at the same time, and I found myself not getting too far when it came to actual record labels and internships. Even though I did land one, thank God, but that was the biggest challenge. It's just, okay, which pathway am I gonna take? 'Cause I was already grinding with the artist stuff, but I found something new that I really loved on the business side. So yeah, that was the toughest challenge I faced for sure. Yeah, our core mission statement is no need to drop out, chase your dreams, and go to school at the same time. So if that's what we really stand on, that's what we try to preach. We try to get people to go to school, and because a lot of artists don't realize that school is a great foundation, especially at HBCU, is a great foundation for your fan base, your connections, and it can just really propel you into the industry. So that's what we try to preach. Being a panelist speaker for the It's Your Time conference, 30 under 30, that was a big accomplishment for me. There was a lot of music executives there. You got the president of Warner Music, president of Epic Music. Benny Pugh was the head of the conference, the CEO of it. It's my guy now. So that was really one of the biggest accomplishments for us for sure. Day-to-day duties, I at this point where we're at now, we have a good team. So kind of my team handles the day-to-day duties. I kind of just oversee them, make sure that everything works well, while I'm focused on the bigger things, like you said, the bigger goals. So really just forming a team that was probably like, even when you asked about the challenges, that was a hard challenge too, was to form a team. But now that we actually have like a solid group, they kind of handle the day to days while I handle the bigger things. Leadership, not everybody is a leader. Like honestly, um, to be a leader, it gets kind of tricky because everybody wants to be a leader, but nobody wants to do leader things. Nobody wants to have the heat on them when things go wrong. Now the leaders get looked at. Oh, it's your fault. That's what comes with it. So a lot of people don't really. They want to be a leader, but they don't want to be a leader at the same time. So if you want to be a leader, just you got to know that it comes with the good and bad, and you got to know that everything falls on you. So decision making gets tricky too. Like I said, for me, I have a good team, so I don't only make decisions. I make the final one, but I come to the team with every decision before I make it. Get their input, get how they think that it should look, and then we come together and make a decision together. But decision making isn't that tricky for me. I think that I like getting other opinions, and I'm really open minded. So when I do get those opinions, I really take it into consideration, see what is the best route for us to take, and then make a decision based off of that. Yeah, I feel like the Hot 10 has had more failures than like uh, accomplishments, but that's part of the game. I think that's every brand. I think that's every individual too. Like a lot of our failures come and nobody sees them, but everybody sees the accomplishments. So I personally, my outlook on failure is a good thing because I know that if I fail once, twice, I know I'm about to win something big. I know that if I fail 3, 4 times again, I know that something big is about to come. So every time I fail, I definitely get better. I definitely know how to not do it again. And but then I just keep faith and just know that okay, cool. Like this route didn't work. If I want to do it again, this is what I'm gonna change. But within the mix of me changing that, something big usually comes. So I enjoy failure. A&T really was the foundation for me. Like I think that it gave me a lot of connections. It gave me a platform to have a lot of connections. Um, it kept me social. It provided me just a college vibe, which is something that I don't think that I would have gotten anywhere other than A&T or at least HBCU. A&T really it really gave me a different perspective on like the world in a way, cause I'm from LA and there is no HBCUs out there. It's only PWIs or you just don't go to school. So especially with the people who I graduated with and the people who I have in my circle, some of them went to HBCUs, some of them didn't go to school, some of them went to PWIs. So I'm just thankful for the opportunity that ANC gave me because I know that me being the type of person that I am, I'm a pretty outgoing person sometimes, but A&T, like the type of outgoing person that I am, was perfect for A&T. I made a lot of connections. I got a lot of knowledge. I enjoyed myself during school. So yeah, I love A&T. Man, just do it. Cause like a lot of people just contemplate. They just sit there and think like, I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know how this gonna make me look. I don't know if my friends gonna like it. Just do it, cause that's the best thing. You throw yourself in the water and then you really find yourself. You really find what you're passionate about. You really find what you're good at. You find what your skills are, and then in the mix of you finding all that, your brand might blow up. Or in the midst of you find all that, you might meet somebody who gets you a job. So it's like it's a win-win situation where you just throw yourself in the water, you get the skills, and then you might blow up.
So that's all the questions that I have.
So,
but I want you to kind of just like end the show off.
Okay.
Say a little ending, shout out Hot 10, shout out anything that's going to be coming up soon.
Okay, so I can look at the camera? All right. Appreciate Life of an Aggie. It's Hot 10 Music Group CEO Cornell and Matt. Shout out the team, shout out the label, shout out everybody who's supporting us. We're going to keep going crazy. Season 4 coming soon. Stay tuned.